And for this special telecast now from Mumbai, I hand it over to my colleague Sahil Joshi for all about Aryan's bail plea and more that you need to know. Over to you, Sahil.
Well, Pooja, will it be bail or more jail for Aryan Khan is the question which we are hoping that we'll get answer from the Mumbai's Sessions Court today, because it's going to be a hearing today fixed at around 2:45 p.m. by the Judge V.V. Patil. Shah Rukh Khan is keeping a close watch on the hearing, of course, because his son is being in jail since last Sunday, and now he has been lodged into Arthur Road jail. Of course, he has sent his manager Pooja Dadlani and security guard Ravi Singh is also have reached to the court. But of course, Shah Rukh's battery of lawyers Satish Mane Shinde and Amit Desai have also reached the court. Nobody from NCB has reached the court, but it's likely that Solicitor General, Additional Solicitor General Anil Singh will be representing Narcotics Control Bureau side. It looks like that the Narcotics Control Bureau is going to oppose the bail for Aryan Khan. The whole argument of Narcotics Control Bureau has always been that the whole case is a case of a conspiracy and they have enough material to prosecute Aryan Khan, and releasing him on bail will jeopardize the investigation of Narcotics Control Bureau. Whereas Aryan Khan's lawyers have made it clear in magistrate court, as well as the day when they were asking for the hearing, urgent hearing of the bail application, that nothing was found on Aryan Khan. No test was conducted for the consumption of the drug substances on Aryan Khan. He should be released on the bail. He has nothing to do with the conspiracy. He knows nobody from the people who have been arrested in this particular case. I am joined by my colleague Saurabh Vakhtania from the Sessions Court at this point of time. Saurabh, on Monday, Narcotics Control Bureau had told the court that it will take at least 7 days for them to file the reply. Finally, the court had given them the time till today. They have to file an affidavit. Have they filed an affidavit in the Sessions Court today? And what do you expect is going to happen? It's very clear that there is going to be a fierce argument inside the court after 2:45. And the argument is only and only going to be on Aryan Khan's bail application. What more you can catch there? Have all the people who are going to argue from Aryan side or from Narcotics Control Bureau side have reached the court? What more you are getting?
Well, Sahil, today again it is a race against time for Aryan's bail hearing. Now, what actually happened during the magistrate court, NCB had filed a reply in a day's time, but for the Sessions Court they have asked for 7 days time, which court rejected, and it was given that in 2 days time NCB has to file a reply. Now, Sahil, they had to file a reply at 11 a.m., but let me tell you, it's almost past 1. Just now the NCB has filed a reply. In this case, we have an exclusive information from the court which is coming in right now, Sahil, that the NCP has opposed the bail for Aryan Khan. What they are saying is that they are involved in a huge conspiracy.
Aryan reply Khan filed by the Narcotics Control Bureau in the court. They were asked to file the reply within 2 days' time. They had earlier asked for a week's time to file the reply. But we are getting a breaking news that Narcotics Control Bureau in 2 days' time, the time given by the court, they have filed this reply. And the reply for the bail application, NCB has said that role of one accused cannot be dissected from the another. What they are trying to say is that Aryan Khan's case cannot be segregated from the others. His role cannot be segregated from others. Even there is no recovery of small substances, even if there is no recovery, because there was no recovery from Aryan Khan, even if there is no recovery of narcotic substances, that accused are involved in the conspiracy. Aryan Khan, according to them, is involved in the conspiracy. The Khan was accused of being used to procure contraband. He has been accused of buying the contraband substance, and the contraband was found in possession in the custody of Arbaz merchant who was accompanying Aryan Khan when he had reached to the boat. The investigations pertaining to transactions aboard need to be investigated and are being investigated. Devesh, as expected, Section 29 has been applied on this case, and now NCB says that all the people who have been arrested, around 20 people, all of them are part of the conspiracy. Even if there is nothing found on Aryan Khan, he cannot be segregated from others. He cannot be, the case cannot be built up saying that Aryan Khan has nothing to do with others. He cannot be tried separately. So that is the reason why he should not be getting bail. What more you are getting on Narcotics Control Bureau's reply on this in the court today? Divish?
Filed their reply, their response to the bail application that has been moved by Aryan Khan at the Sessions Court. The NDPS court is going to hear the bail application at 2:45 p.m. But what we've learned from our sources is that the Narcotics Control Bureau has stated that the role of accused, one accused cannot be dissected from the other accused. So here they are clarifying that Aryan Khan, who was arrested without any recovery of drugs, but he was crucial part of the conspiracy because he had been used for procurement of drugs. And that is why his role is very important in the case. His role comes up in conspiracy in this whole case along with the other accused. That is the point that Narcotics Control Bureau has made. Also, during the last hearing at the Metropolitan Magistrate Court, NCB had stated that if the accused, who comes from an influential family, if he is released on bail, he could tamper with the evidences, he could influence witnesses. That is the ground that NCB has maintained in the magistrate court, and what we hear is they're going to maintain the same ground at the Sessions Court also, opposing the bail of Aryan Khan. Remember,
that this case is the most important case for Narcotics Control Bureau, and that is one of the reasons why Additional Solicitor General himself presenting Narcotics Control Bureau, representing Narcotics Control Bureau in the Magistrate Court. They are vehemently opposing the bail application of Aryan Khan. I want to understand some nitty-gritties of the NDPS Act. What is the reason that that Narcotics Control Bureau did not take the drugs consumption tests on Aryan Khan? Because that would have made their case solid. He has been booked for consumption. Why have they not done it? And why do they think that Aryan Khan can be the part of the conspiracy with the other 20 accused who have been arrested in this case?
The NCB, Narcotics Control Bureau, has not clarified on why the test was not done. But sources in Narcotics Control Bureau stated that narcotics test of urine or blood samples is not mandatory as per the procedure. Remember, Aryan Khan has been booked for consumption and procurement. There's another charge of conspiracy that has been invoked. The sections of conspiracy have been invoked in the case against all the 20 accused, including Aryan Khan. And that is why this is the most stringent section, the most serious section applied against Aryan Khan, which makes it difficult for him to secure bail from the court because he has been booked for conspiracy in the complete cruise bust case. Now, the NCB has also stated that he was detrimental in procurement of drugs. The drugs that were found on Aryan's friend, Arbaz Merchant. Aryan Khan's lawyers had also said that Aryan Khan has known Arbaz Merchant for a long time, and drugs were found on Arbaz Merchant during the search conducted by Narcotics Control Bureau. But now Narcotics Control Bureau states that the drugs found on Arbaz Merchant were procured with the help of Aryan Khan. So his name comes in procurement also. So that makes it very stringent, and that makes it a serious allegation against him, that makes a serious case against him by the Narcotics Control Bureau. These are the two things that are going to be a hindrance for Aryan Khan in securing bail from the NDPS court. It will depend on what the arguments happen at the court by the defense lawyer representing Aryan Khan and the lawyers appearing, the Additional Solicitor General appearing for Narcotics Control Bureau, and upon hearing both the sides, the court will decide whether to grant bail or not. If the bail is not granted, Aryan Khan has no other option than to approach the High Court. But his stay, he's been lodged at the Arthur Road prison.
Stay on with me, because I really want to understand that why Narcotics Control Bureau has not conducted the drug test on Aryan Khan. You have pointed out that the sources from NCB says that because he was found with Arbaz Merchant, that is the reason why the drug test was not conducted on Aryan Khan as well. But, you know, we have seen the rape parties in the past. There have been rave party busts by various other agencies as well, anti-narcotic cell or the crime branch as well. In Pune also we have seen a lot of drug parties, rave parties being busted. The procedures then and procedures now seems to be a little bit different. We want to definitely understand that. You stay on with me. I will come back to you. Let's go to Amit Tyagi, our entertainment editor. He's at Mannat at this point of time. Amit, unlike what happened during the Sushant Singh Rajput's case, this time the reactions from the Bollywood are very measured reactions. The people who were targeting the Mumbai film industry then are not talking at this point of time, whereas we have seen people like Salman Khan regularly visiting Shah Rukh Khan's house, offering him support. Even today, day before yesterday, we saw Salman Khan's lawyer, the lawyer who represented Salman Khan in some other cases, were also present along with Satish Mane Shinde at the time of hearing. What is going on? The Bollywood seems to be solidly behind Shah Rukh Khan at this point of time. What more you are picking up?
Mannat, and generally this place is crowded with the fans, but over the few days I see a dip in the visitors coming here. Very few people which come, so that shows that somewhere the Shah Rukh Khan brand is being affected by this whole case. So the fans, though they all are supporting Shah Rukh and Aryan Khan's, and their mixed reactions on Twitter, on social media, but somewhere this whole thing has affected the brand Shah Rukh Khan very much. And Shah Rukh Khan, as an industry also, the reaction has not been as expected. People are not coming out and support and talking about it. Very few, like Hrithik Roshan and Salman Khan you just mentioned, are the people who are with him, that Farah Khan who has been associated with him. But there's no reaction from somebody like a Karan Johar who has been associated with Shah Rukh for long. Maybe they are all waiting for the court's verdict, and maybe everybody wants to be politically correct at this time, because it's this time it involves NCB, unlike a Sushant Singh case where the things were different, things were in the open, things were in the public platform. Right now this whole matter is very in the court, it's sub judice, so there's no reaction as such, on only just few personal reactions on the social media, but there's no vehement reaction on the whole verdict. But somewhere Shah Rukh Khan seems to be really affected by it, his brand seems to be affected by it. In the morning, his manager Pooja Dadnani left for the court, and there was another car which seems like there were other people from the family who had gone to the court. So today is an important date for Shah Rukh. What will the fate? His fans are also waiting for this verdict as what will be his son's fate. And but he has been shooting, he has been putting a brave front on this. His family has been putting a brave front, but it all depends upon what the court's verdict, what will be the final fate of Aryan Khan, the whole controversy that's been blown, and what will be the final outcome of this whole thing of Aryan Khan getting arrested by the NCB.
Well, it's typical of Bollywood. We have seen during the Sushant Singh Rajput's case that there were two groups which were actually at loggerheads on the case. But right now what we can see that the people who were supporting the action during the Sushant Singh Rajput case are either quiet and they are not making this their stand very clear. But whereas a lot of other people who have come forward in support of Shah Rukh Khan, like Salman Khan, who has been a Bollywood rival, what we can say, of Shah Rukh Khan. But it's very interesting that NCB has decided to oppose the bail application of Aryan Khan. But Aryan Khan's lawyers have come up with the bail application in which they have specified at least 15 reasons why Aryan Khan should be released on the bail. Let's take a look at those reasons.
Aryan Khan faces an extended stint in Mumbai's Arthur Road jail. And the superstar's son has maintained that no drugs were found on him. The big question now is, will Aryan get the bail? Here is Shah Rukh's son's 10 points defense. Defense 1. Aryan Khan in his bail plea has stated that he's completely innocent and has not committed any crime. Aryan claims that he's been falsely implicated in the case. Defense 2, the bail plea states that there has been no recovery of drugs from Aryan. The plea also claims that the NCB does not have any incriminating evidence against him, accusing the Drug Probe Agency of applying stringent provisions of NDPS Act without any proof. Defense 3, Aryan Khan in his bail plea has denied being involved in production, manufacture, sale and transport of any drug. He has even on record denied charges of illicit trafficking and protecting drug offenders. Defense 4, the Narcotics Bureau, had told court that it had access to incriminating WhatsApp chats that pointed to an international drug syndicate. Aryan claimed the chats had nothing to do with drugs but were in fact about football. Defense 5, seeking bail, Aryan argues that no narcotic drugs were seized from him and the allegations pertains strictly to small quantities. Hence the bar under Section 37 of NDPS Act making the offence serious and non-bailable does not apply. Remember, contraventions involving small quantities are punishable with rigorous imprisonment of a term which may extend to 1 year or a fine which may extend to ₹10,000 or with both. Defense 6, the superstar's son has claimed that the charges would still fall within ambit of consumption of drugs, which attracts a maximum jail term of up to 1 year or with fine or both. Defense 7, Aryan's bail plea claims that recoveries from other accused cannot be held against him and the entire recovery in the case cannot be used against him. Defense 8, Aryan in his bail plea contends that he has no criminal past and was never involved in consumption or use of drugs. Defense 9, during the hearing in court, Aryan had said he had strong roots in the society and is permanent resident of Mumbai. His bail plea claims that there is nothing on record to suggest that he would abuse his liberty. Defense 10. Last but not the least, Aryan in his bail plea argues that not only is he the son of prominent Bollywood actor, but he also holds a bachelor's degree in cinematic arts from the University of Southern California. Aryan says he is a responsible citizen and has impeccable reputation and record. On Wednesday, the Mumbai Sessions Court will hear Aryan Khan's bail plea at 2:45 p.m. Will the superstar's son finally walk out of the jail? With Vidya in Mumbai, Bureau Report, India Today.
Well, now it's very clear that it's going to be a fierce fight inside the court. From 2:45, the arguments will begin. Of course, the defense argument, which we have put forward, what the argument is going to be, whereas the NCB is very clear that this is a conspiracy, and that is the reason why they do not want to. They don't want Aryan Khan to be released on the bail. That is going to be really important. I'm joined by Divish. Divish remains to be with us. Divish, before we went on this story, we wanted to understand about the procedures. We have seen a lot of drug raids before, the rave parties before. We have seen that whenever there is a rave party, the drug test is always conducted to check how many people actually have consumed this particular drug. The people who have been arrested with narcotic substance on them, they are booked with some other sections, whereas the people who are found for consumption are booked for some other thing, in some other sections. Why do you think that the drug test was not conducted on Aryan Khan? And now what NCB's argument going to be about that inside the court? Because this question was even raised during the hearing at the magistrate court. The magistrate said that he does not have power to release him on bail. And that is the reason why the defense lawyers have now appealed in the NDPS court in Mumbai Sessions Court.
Sahil, the drug test, the tests of on urine samples and blood samples is conducted in rave parties whenever there is a rave party bust. Remember, Aryan Khan and Arbaz Merchant were intercepted at the terminal. So they had not entered the ship. They had not been on the ship. They were yet to enter. They had just entered the terminal where they were intercepted by NCB officials. They were detained. Arbaz merchants search led to recovery of drugs, while Aryan Khan, there was a tip-off to NCB that Aryan Khan had been involved in the case, had been involved in the conspiracy, and that is why he was questioned. Initial statement was also recorded of Aryan Khan, and the test that happens, it is up to the discretion of the investigating agency whether to conduct this test or not. If they have ample evidence against the accused, it is as per the investigating officer's discretion. If he needs to go for a test, that will be an added evidence against him. But if they don't go for a test, there are portable kits that are available to test the drugs that have been seized. These kits are approved by the Government of India and used by state police and drug law enforcement agencies. Other than that, NCB hasn't actually revealed on why they did not conduct the test. They did not go for a test. But what we've learned is that it is as per the discretion of the investigating officer whether to go for a test or not. If he has ample and enough
that
evidence,
the investigating officer has used his discretion of not conducting the drug test on the people whom he has arrested for consumption of the narcotic substances. All the rave parties in the past, the people were arrested after the drug tests came positive, and then they were booked for consumption. In NDPS Act, there is the people who are found to have consumed the drugs are treated as victims. That is something which is going to be important. But NCB says that it's not a victim, it's the person who is part of the conspiracy of conducting a raid party inside this cruise, and that is the reason why Aryan Khan should not be released on the bail. Divesh, you stay on with us. Because the allegations now are being made against NCB by the ruling party NCP. So there is a new angle to the whole story. Nawab Malik, the NCP minister in the current MVA government, started making these allegations. He actually started from targeting two people who were not part of the NCB squad. They were the private citizens, and he claimed that these people are actually supporting NCB from outside. One of the person was found to be a BJP worker, the other person found to be a private investigator. NCB had to take a press conference later and say that these two people are nobody else but their independent witnesses. Whereas Manish Bhanushali, while speaking to India Today exclusively, had said that he was the informer on the information provided by Manish Bhanushali. He was called at the cruise, and then later he accompanied the NCB team and the accused to the NCB office in Mumbai. It's going to be a really interesting fight between NCB and NCP as well. The NCP has filed allegations against the NCB in the drug bust case, claiming that the BJP had a key role to play because the BJP worker was found along with the accused there. NCB chief Sharad Pawar is also going to address a press conference ahead of SRK's son Aryan Khan's bail plea hearing. Sharad Pawar is likely to speak on many topics, but also on the topic of ongoing face-off. Sharad Pawar and NCP has made it clear that the central agencies are being misused by the BJP government, the central government, against their government, and this is part of it. NCB held a closed-door meet on Tuesday where the party stressed on how the central agencies are being misused to threaten and defame their party leaders. After the meet, the NCB leader Nawab Malik claimed that after exposing the NCB's wrongdoings, the BJP leader are threatening to file a defamation suit against him. He had alleged that a BJP leader had met with Sabir Wankhede. The BJP leader Mohit Kamboj has claimed that he is going to file a defamation suit against the NCP leader. The Maharashtra minister had said that the party will stand strongly and fight, that he will personally continue to expose more wrongdoings in coming days. So this face-off is not going to stop, it's very clear. Divesh, NCB for the first time I'm seeing that had to take a press conference and clarify the allegations made against them by the NCP minister.
Oh yes, Sahil, there were allegations levelled by Nawab Malik against the functioning of Narcotics Control Bureau. But remember, as Narcotics Control Bureau, they did take a press conference, but they also pointed out during the press conference that the allegations leveled were due to prejudice. There was malice involved, and that was due to earlier legal action taken by the Narcotics Control Bureau. So around 9 months ago, the Narcotics Control Bureau had arrested Samir Khan, who is the son-in-law of Nawab Malik, the NCB leader and Maharashtra cabinet minister. Nawab Malik's son-in-law was arrested in a drug case by Narcotics Control Bureau, and that is what the NCB officials stated, that due to that action, Nawab Malik was now leveling allegations against Narcotics Control Bureau. Other than that, there was clarification that was provided by the Narcotics Control Bureau regarding the 2 persons that were seen during the drug raid. So these 2 persons were indeed seen accompanying the accused at the Narcotics Control Bureau office. But the Narcotics Control Bureau stated that these 2 people were punch witnesses, were independent witnesses of Narcotics Control Bureau. Narcotics Control Bureau officials did not know any of them before the raid. They had no idea who they were. They were just independent witnesses who were...
Narcotics Control Bureau is saying that the independent witnesses, they don't know these independent witnesses well, but the independent witnesses were allowed to hold arm of the accused and bring him to the NCB custody on the second night. That is really important. Let's first take a look at that. What has been made the allegation by the Nawab Malik and the the answer given by the Narcotics Control Bureau, as what Divyesh is mentioning. Sharad Pawar is also going to take a press conference at 2 o'clock. We will go there as well. But first, let's take a look at the reactions on this particular issue.
जिस तरह से केंद्रीय एजेंसी का इस्तेमाल करके, चाहे वो इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट हो, ईडी हो, सीबीआई हो या और कोई डिपार्टमेंट हो, उसका गलत इस्तेमाल करके नेताओं को डराने की कोशिश की जा रही है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी हो, केंद्र की एजेंसियों का दुरुपयोग जो हो रहा है, उसके खिलाफ डट के खड़े रहेंगे और कितनी भी कार्रवाई कर ले, सरकार 2 साल पूरा करने जा रही है, सरकार 5 साल पूरा करेगी। कितना भी डराने का प्रयास हो, हम डगमगाने वाले नहीं हैं। एनसीबी बताए कि 3 लोगों को क्यों डिटेन किया, क्यों छोड़ा, उनके घर के लोग अंदर कैसे आए, किस नेता का फोन आया था, किसके बोलने पे छोड़ा गया, ये सारे सवालों का जवाब एनसीबी को देना पड़ेगा।
All the allegations leveled against the NCB are baseless, motivated, afterthought and prejudiced. Such statements are based on conjecture and assumptions. These assumptions are frivolous and malicious in the view of document and record produced, duly followed by NCB, that can be subject to legal verification. NCB reiterates that its procedure has been and will continue to be professionally and legally transparent and unbiased, and all the suspect and accused persons have been treated at par and in accordance with law.
वो लोग क्लीन थे, उनको छोड़ दिया गया। इसका राजनीतिकरण करना ये अपने आप में बहुत गलत है। वैसे तो जिन लोगों को छोड़ा गया उसमें एनसीपी के भी एक बड़े नेता के बेटे से जुड़ा हुआ व्यक्ति, उसको भी छोड़ा है, लेकिन हम इसलिए उनका नाम नहीं लेते कि वो क्लीन थे।
Well, revelations after revelations. Sharad Pawar is going to speak at 2 o'clock. Yesterday, the NCP leaders had a meeting with Sharad Pawar, and the meeting, the specific discussion was about the central agencies, including Narcotics Control Bureau. I think the Narcotics Control Bureau was discussed for the first time. Earlier, it has always been CBI or ED taking action against the various leaders from Maharashtra, but this time even Narcotics Control Bureau was also discussed. I'm joined by my colleague Kamlesh Sutar, from where the press conference is going to happen. What are you expecting that Sharad Pawar, NCP chief, is going to talk about? Because Nawab Malik has been making very clear that he is not going to stop. He is going to make allegations against NCB, and he wants NCB to answer each and every allegation he has made and talked about. But now, does it look like that even the party now is supporting Nawab Malik while making these allegations? And what do you expect from Sharad Pawar especially with respect to the central agencies, as the parties has decided that they are going to fight against them?
Well, Sahil, as you mentioned, the NCP's crucial meeting that took place yesterday discussed about several other issues, including the most important issue about central agencies being misused against NCP leader, and the NCP has decided in the meeting that they are going to fight tooth and nail against all the misuse, is what they are calling, of central agencies against it. And as you rightly said, this was the first time perhaps when they also discussed the role of NCB, the way NCB is being acting, and also this comes closely on the backdrop of NCP Minister, Minorities Minister Nawab Malik making those revelations about NCP. However, the NCP though is in denial mode. Today, Sharad Pawar is expected to speak about several issues, including the issues of Maharashtra politics. But questions will obviously be asked because it's his party, it's the NCP that is being raising all these issues against the NCB, the Narcotics Control Bureau, and that is why Pawar is expected to take a stand on that. And this would perhaps be for the first time that a leader of Pawar's stature would be officially talking about it, if in case he decides to take that question. But this issue has created ripples in the
few days. What we are noticing is that the NCB has hardened their stand against the central agencies, be it Income Tax Department, CBI or Enforcement Directorate. Many of the leaders from the NCP are under target by these agencies. Income Tax Department had just few days back had raided the institutions which are connected to Ajit Pawar and his son Parth Pawar. Do you think that now the NCP's name has also been joined in this particular fight, that the NCP is going to pick up? Sharad Pawar has been consistently talking about misuse of power by the central agencies. He's been alleging the central government for that. Do you think that now NCB will also be part of that?
Well, certainly we've seen how aggressive the NCP has been about several issues. In the past, we've seen what Sharad Pawar has said, especially after those raids against Pawar family members that took place recently. Sharad Pawar had clearly said that this is a misuse, or blatant misuse rather, of the central agencies. And now there have been several occasions when the NCP chief has spoken about it. It's not just that. There were also allegations by certain NCP ministers saying that it was only after Sharad Pawar's strong statement on the Lakhimpur Kheri incident that the central agencies had started raiding family members of Pawar who were not even remotely concerned with the political developments. The use of central agencies is to gain political momentum or to destabilize the government in Maharashtra. But we've seen those allegations and counter allegations taking place. Now, Sharad Pawar, if at all he decides to speak on that, because since his party's meeting, a crucial meeting, has taken a stand that they will be fighting tooth and nail against the misuse of central agencies. It will be interesting to see what official stand is.
Sharad Pawar will make his stand clear once again against the action being taken by the central agencies, be it Income Tax Department, CBI or ED, and now even NCB, as Kamlesh was mentioning. 2 o'clock, Sharad Pawar is going to address this press conference. The reason for the press conference might be something else, but definitely what it looks like that he wants to talk about what is happening with respect to the central agencies in Maharashtra. And we have seen that a lot of opposition governments have decided to oppose the central agencies in their respective states. What we have seen in Bengal, what we are seeing in Maharashtra as well right now. We are going to take a small break at this point of time. Our main focus is going to be on Aryan Khan's bail application, which will be heard in Mumbai Sessions Court at 2:45. Short time from now, we are going to slip into a short break, but this continuous coverage is going to go on. Stay tuned on India Today.